Hello everyone, it's me, Max to the Re, and welcome to Final Fantasy III. Yeah guys, it is about time that I finally close a big gap in knowledge when it comes to the Final Fantasy franchise, because Final Fantasy III, if you exclude both the online mainline games, 11 and 14, as well as the newest one, Final Fantasy XVI, Final Fantasy III is the only mainline game that I have never played. So I want to rectify this today by finally playing Final Fantasy III. Yeah, but before we start, a few forwards before we really get started here with the game. First of all, we are playing the Pixel Remaster version of Final Fantasy III here. There are multiple reasons for that, but the main reason is I wanted to play like a 2D sprite-based version of Final Fantasy III. And much to my surprise, actually, Final Fantasy III is a little bit the stepchild when it comes to the very classic Final Fantasy games, 1, 2, 3. Maybe also SNES games if you want to include those ones as well. But yeah, Final Fantasy III is a little bit the stepchild because Final Fantasy III, if you want to play it like in a 2D style, like classic 2D styles with sprites and everything, you only have the choice between the original NES Japanese exclusive version or this Pixel Remaster version of Final Fantasy III. And of course, Japanese exclusive, I cannot speak Japanese, so that only leaves the Pixel Remaster for me. I am aware that there is the 3D remake, but I didn't want to do that. The 3D remake is a little bit more different compared to like the Pixel Remaster, at least based on like impressions I got. And yeah, I wanted to get a more like classic Final Fantasy III experience, if that makes sense. So I went for the Pixel Remaster in this instance. Yeah, the other thing is, I do know stuff about Final Fantasy III, even though I haven't played it, and that is mostly because I've played other Final Fantasy games. And Final Fantasy III is, of course, a game that is referenced throughout the franchise in multiple ways. I do know about Onion Knights, I do know about certain battle themes, I do know about the Cloud of Darkness, I do know about like the kind of twist at the very end, and like some other minor stuff as well. But I do not like know how the like story in its entirety like unravels itself, and like other certain aspects, gameplay aspects and stuff. That's stuff I don't know about, but I of course have knowledge about this game. Like I'm not going in here completely blank, but that's just how it is when you have played like many other Final Fantasy games before, like Dissidia, for example. Dissidia is of course a big game that like references like all Final Fantasy games, and Final Fantasy III is no exception in that. And therefore I know a little bit of stuff about this game. For example, I also know that this game has the class system, which takes me to the next and last point I want to talk about, and those are my expectations about this game. Final Fantasy III is of course a classic Final Fantasy game, like a classic Final Fantasy game. Like it's still like one of that was originally released on the NES, which makes it part of the original trilogy, like the original trilogy of Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3. And as such, I have a little bit... Whoops, I pressed something accidentally. But as such, I have a little bit... I don't want to say lower expectations, but I know to keep my expectations for that one here in check. Like, I do not expect some super in-depth, like, ultra gameplay that, like, other Final Fantasies, later Final Fantasies offer, like Final Fantasy VI, for example, or, like, everything that, like, basically came after that. If it comes to, like mechanics in Final Fantasy and, like, how deep they are, I think the real big tipping point for the franchise is Final Fantasy V. I think from Final Fantasy V onwards, stuff really became very deep and very like nuanced, and with a lot of complicated mechanics and in-depth mechanics. And because Final Fantasy III is obviously before Final Fantasy V, I would like keep my expectations a little bit in check here. I do expect it though, because it has the job system, as I said. I do expect it to be like my favorite among the 3 classic ones. I mean, Final Fantasy I is super basic, that's the thing. Final Fantasy II is something I actually really enjoyed when I first played it. I actually was kind of surprised because people always say how bad it is. It could actually be because I played the PSP version of Final Fantasy II back in the day when I was doing my first Final Fantasy II playthrough, which you can still also find on the channel, by the way. But yeah, Final Fantasy II was really, really good. So in that sense, Final Fantasy III needs to offer a little bit, actually a little bit more than that. Like how to put it? It needs to deliver a bit. Let's just say it needs to deliver a bit for me to top Final Fantasy II. But I do expect so because it has the drop system, which usually is a good way to make the game more complicated, more in-depth, more fleshed out, if you ask me. But yeah, we will see how all of that unfolds. Yeah, otherwise, of course, I need to keep some like older mechanics. I need to consider some older mechanics of Final Fantasy games. For example, like protect and shell, for example, if that's even in the game. Like it does not work like how you would expect it nowadays. Like it does more like stack, and like buffs in general do stack and stuff. So that's something that I need to get used to again, because I'm not like I haven't played the super classic ones all that much compared to the later ones. So that's something I need to get used to again. But yeah, we will see all of that stuff. Let's just start a new game, I would say. You can already see I did already change some options. I did try some stuff out. I did see if like recording works and everything. But yeah, we play with the pixelated font here. There's also like the other font that I think most people do not like, but we're playing with the classic font. Classic font it is called. We're using the arrangement BGM because that's just the thing that Pixel Remaster has. So I'm gonna use that. We could also use the NES original, like you can hear right now, which is also pretty funny. But we're going with arrangement because that's a Pixel Remaster exclusive thing, and if Pixel Remaster has some exclusive things, I would use that. But yeah, English of course, and yeah. Also privacy policy license, come on. Okay, let's start a new game. Also, like another thing when it comes to like stuff I know, I have a little bit played this game before. I did play the DS version back in the day a little bit, but I think I only made it to like a part where the Dark Elf or so appears. Like that's the only thing I remember. I do know it starts like in this cave and you discover the crystal and stuff. And then you go to the Dark Elf, like the Dark Elf was way too strong, if I recall that. I had to level a bunch. But yeah, we will see how this goes. Oh yeah, guys, we need to give names here. Ooh, I'm not prepared for this. 6 full width, half width characters, okay. I need to type actually. Oh, yeah, I am on PC. Yeah, how do we name this guy? Yeah, Final Fantasy 3 does not have named protagonists. Like they are pretty much as blank of a slate you can get. So what names do I give them? Like obviously the first one is called Onion. Let's use Onion. Yeah, use this name, yes. I think I can also use mouse, keyboard and mouse, yeah, like that. Can I? Yeah, okay. Onion, then we have how about pepper? Now, pepper's not like really a vegetable. You have bell peppers though. Yeah, okay, pepper is fine. Then you have potato. Yes, and like tomato would be funny, but then like the color doesn't really reflect that. Guys, any good vegetable you like? Onion, we already have onion. Guys, vegetables. Can you tell that I'm not a vegetarian? Like I had something in mind, but I forgot it. Pepper, onion, tomato. But tomato is so similar to potato. But maybe that could be the joke. But like normally potato would be the red one. Cucumber. Does cucumber... Okay, cucumber. There we go. Okay, we got names. Cool, and I guess with that we start into the game finally. Yeah, sure. Now loading. Into the silence one of the Gulgans prophesied. The great earthquake was only the beginning. The tremors tore the land asunder. The crystal sources of the world's light were swallowed into the depths as monsters emerged, blah blah blah, yet that is nothing compared to the catastrophe yet to come. Like fast text. Okay, you can already tell that's an NES game, because fast-scrolling, self-scrolling text, something fathomless, minus, and land with sorrow looms horizon, but hope is not yet gone completely. 4 souls will be blessed with the power of light, and so it shall begin. Four orphaned youths raised by Tupapa in the rural village of Ur were out to test their mettle, okay? They came across a cave, one of the very same that formed when the crystals were lost to the earth, okay? What started as a simple game of exploration became so much more. Like with the skeleton and such, yeah. Mew. Yeah, that's how it starts, I recall that. Like you fall like down the soul and you're here. And like we are very heavy apparently. I mean we have armor, so ouch. Looks like we fell through a sinkhole. Now what do? Are you sure this is a good idea? Maybe we can climb out. You wanted to go exploring, don't be such a scaredy cat. Hey, quit scrubbling, you two. We need to find a way out of here. Cool, and we are in control. No, we're not. Actually, game plays itself. We actually go into an encounter. Okay, is that... Okay, it couldn't, like, press anything, like, game moved on its own. But yeah, first battle, let's go. Oh, yeah, we also have, like, the good old hit system still in place. And I think the font is fine. Like, I have seen, like, of course, some... like screenshots of the game and like the pixel remasters in general, and like the font is always like a big source of critique, but I think the classic font here works pretty well. So yeah, we got a high potion, that's pretty nice. What were those monsters doing here? We're in way over our heads. Let's get out as fast as possible. Okay, that was actually scripted, I think. Yeah, controls, page up, page down, minimap. We have a minimap in this, okay. Also, I think my sound is a little bit loud. Let me quickly fix this. Like my oars, yeah, son German. My ears get a little bit blasted. Let's reduce the volume a little bit so that I can still hear myself talk. But yeah. Xbox controls, but I'm actually using a PS4 controller. PS4, yeah, PS4, DualShock 4. But yeah, let's take a look at the menu. That's always like the first thing I do. Do we have rows? We do have rows. That's of course very interesting. Also MP. Oh, that is something I wasn't aware of. Like seeing the MP there, I do get the impression that we have like this weird magic system from Final Fantasy I, where you have like different charges depending on like a magic level. That is interesting. Okay, wasn't aware of that. Like I said, I only played the 3D remake a little bit, like the DS version, and that one had MP as much as I can recall. But yeah, cool. Do we have any other items other than high potion now? Do we have a way to quick sort? Doesn't seem like it. I'm also wondering if we have like item limitations here, if we can only carry so many items. Or if that ever will become a concern. Also, what is this? Magic exchange? Spells exchanged. What is this? Final Fantasy VIII? But yeah, okay. Interesting. Equipment, we have a knife, left hand empty, arms none. I must say I like the menu so far. Like the menu looks pretty nice. Otherwise, status, we got strength, agility, stamina, intellect, spirit, like attack again, accuracy, defense, evasion, magic defense, magic evasion, so classic Final Fantasy stuff. We have like some base stats and then we apparently have some derived stats from that. That is good to know. Next level in so many, job level 1, okay. We probably don't have like job levels available to us right now because we're just Onion Knights, or maybe we can also level Onion Knight, but maybe... No, I was wondering, maybe like next level also means like job level, but that's not linked, that's separated, okay. Formation is stuff I can also just do it like that, yeah. The configuration, default speed run maybe? Nah, continue auto battle, cursor memory, off is right. Re-equip, remove all, I would do that. That's normally how I handle stuff around in my Final Fantasy games. And boost. Change the balance on a variety of game settings. Please note that this may have an effect on progression. Okay, that's just like stuff like that. We have a bestiary. Goblin. Oh, I think we also have an overworld here. Okay. Look at this. Okay, we have a bestiary to fill if I want to. Okay. By the way, because this is like blind and everything, I do not like plan to like do everything, which is also partly because this version here, the Pixel Remaster, is based on the NES like very faithfully, and as such doesn't like really have any like bonus dungeons so much as I'm aware of. Like the 3D remake like adds super bosses and stuff like that, and this game doesn't have stuff like that, which pretty much means like after you finish the final boss, it's over. So I'm not like really feel pressured to go for like 100% completion here. We have an icon here. Also, I'm a little bit irritated because this is still tile-based, the movement. It's empty. Yeah, the movement is still tile-based there. And like I thought it would be like free movement. Maybe it's just on the overworld from like what I saw like once again from other Pixel Remaster games. Also, by the way, this is a game where ATB wasn't invented yet, so we have classic turn-based combat, which is also something to get used to again. Huh? I should have equipped the leather shield, right? What is it? There's something strange about that rock. Now that you mention it. Rock, okay. I wonder if that's newly added in the Pixel Remaster. Like, because I could imagine that like that wasn't like a concern in, like back in the NES day. Like you would either like interact with the rock or tough luck. You cannot beat the game. Antarctic wind, okay. Let's quickly equip stuff here. What did I do? I think I accidentally removed all. No, oh, if I press R2 in my instance, I can de-equip stuff. Okay. I wonder if handedness has some effect somewhere. Like maybe no, huh? What am I doing here? Like I'm equipping the wrong guy here. Okay, cucumber and onion are the tanky ones now, kind of. I see. Encounter again. Also, I still like that the trick works where you can just hold down like the confirmation button and like it inputs the command automatically. Auto battle is also a thing. I need to check out how to activate that, because that could be convenient. Potion, nice. Oh, there we go. You can. I see it. I see. You can like. Okay, I understand. It is still tile-based, but you can also move diagonal tiles, which is pretty awkward if you ask me. But yeah, because Final Fantasy III here never received like a new version, like an updated version, like newly released version with sprite art and everything, this makes it like the only Pixel Remaster game that actually greatly benefits from like the new sprites and stuff, because for Final Fantasy III only NES sprites existed and never something like more 16-bit like here is the case. So that's actually pretty nice to see. Yeah, but why is it such an odd color? Also, someone said there's a spring or so. I do like what they are doing here with the sprite art, by the way, and that's something I really like, that you have like the classic sprite art, but with some more high fidelity effects. That's always something I'm a big fan of. Makes it look pretty nice. Let's take a sip. I'm not too sure about this. Healing spring? The party drinks from the wellspring. I guess that's healing. Wow, I feel revitalized. HP and MP restored. KO'd allies revived. I could imagine that KO'd allies revived is also a thing of Pixel Remaster, and not the case in the original. Like, that's something I'm not able to assess, like how much convenience is added in this version. Like, that's something I cannot tell. Oh, we have like received a level up. Cucumber levels up first, interestingly. Increased to 2. We get 6 more HP. We do not get any stats, but okay. Antarctic Wind again. I should check out what Antarctic Wind is. Deals ice damage, okay. Maybe for a boss fight, who knows? The mist effects are also pretty nice. I wanted to check out how to auto-battle. There must be a button for that. If I had to guess, probably one of these shoulder buttons. Wait a second, where are more commands? Defend, flee, okay. Okay, auto-battle is this. I need to press square. Okay, I see. Oh, crystal, wind crystal, okay. Of course, being a classic Final Fantasy game, it's all about crystals. What is going on? A malicious force attacks the party. First boss? I guess first boss. Oh, nice effect. Land turtle, also good battle theme here, by the way. Probably I want to use Antarctic Wind, because why would I have gotten it otherwise? Do we try that? Let's try that. Otherwise, let's just normally attack. Yeah, it hurts a little bit more, obviously. Oh yeah, that deals a lot of damage. Do we just throw another one? Maybe it might be more wise to keep that for now. For a later boss fight or so, or tougher encounter. I'm gonna attempt it. Yeah, okay. Maybe Antarctic Wind in general wasn't like too necessary. Who knows? Cool, we also get XP from bosses, nice to know. Yeah, those are the crystals with that design, yeah. The crystal shines brightly. You 4 have been chosen. Wow, the crystal is talking. I give unto you the last of my light, and with it the last hope of a fading world. As things stand, light will soon disappear and the balance of the world will be destroyed. Accept the light into your hearts, and the crystal will grant you unimaginable strength. You have been chosen to be the bearers of our final chance at hope. You cannot allow light to fade from the world. The party is enveloped in a bright light. Like, it's a little bit hard to keep track of like who or what, like what's saying here based on the text boxes alone. If you don't have like some like speaker name double, like colon. Not colon, like what is it called? Semicolon is also wrong. Within the light, the will of the crystals surged through them. They decided to accept their destiny. I think I can just read that normally because it is gonna disappear eventually. And so began a journey to dispel the darkness and return light to the world. Oh, classic Final Fantasy theme here, by the way. The young heroes received the crystal's power. ... Like, seeing those, like, 4 Onion Knights reminds me a little bit of Zelda 4 Swords Adventures. With the, like, 4 links and stuff. That's pretty funny. And with it, the world's last light of hope. Warrior, Monk, White Mage, Black Mage, and Red Mage jobs are now available. I think that's pretty standard stuff. Isn't that like actually no? Red Mage you get later in Final Fantasy V, but like the other ones are standard. Haven't gotten Thief. That's of note. We haven't gotten Thief. Step upon the magic sigil to be transported to the surface. Embrace your destiny, Warriors of Light. Warriors of Light! The crystal set of the thing. Can I talk to you again? The crystal glows softly. Warriors of Light. Only you can restore hope to the world, for yours is the light that can balance out the darkness. Oh, thank you for healing. Status also restored. I think the spring did not restore status, right? Oh, also pretty nice. I don't get teleported immediately when I step on the tile here. Yes, leave. By the way, don't expect like any super high, deep level story from this game. Like this is as basic as it can get, basically. Like we will basically well, how I imagine how the story goes. Not pause. Like how I imagine how the story goes. Like we do stuff. Like next quest, like new stuff pops up. Next quest, new stuff pops up. Final boss. Like that's how stuff goes, I would say. But yeah, we're on the overworld. Can I go back in here again? Altar cave again. Like we are in a different location though, no? Right? Yeah, this is different. Let's check this out. Maybe I should have saved Carbuncle and Blue Wisp. Is that maybe too strong for me now? Who knows? We will find out. No, still one shot. Like that thing was a Carbuncle, okay? Like nothing like in common with the cute Carbuncle you know from later Final Fantasies. But yeah, more chests. Bronze bracers seems like a longsword, yeah. Bronze bracers might be like a hand nunchaku, okay. Longsword. And if I fall down there, we probably end up where we previously were with the crystal and stuff. I also wonder how long all of this will be or how much time I will need for this. I'm not going to assume that it will take a lot of time. Like the classic Final Fantasies, like everything prior to Final Fantasy V, those Final Fantasies do not... Oh, also job level has increased, okay. Those Final Fantasies prior to Final Fantasy V do not have the longest time. We got sleep, interesting. That might be very useful. Also, I press circle to run, okay. Okay, and Gobbles back attack, oh no. Back attack. We are probably also standing... It's actually hard to tell right now, but are we standing in the... I need to try this. Are we standing in the front or the back row now? I'm gonna try it with everyone because otherwise I might... Yeah, okay, we're standing in the back row actually, okay. Makes sense, so... Just how, like, back attacks work. Like, nothing weird going on there. Like I said, I need to double confirm, like, all things I know about Final Fantasy, because this is based on very old design and design decisions, so stuff might vary greatly between modern and, like, this classic style of Final Fantasy. Cool, yeah, we got jobs now. Is it, like, a good idea to assign jobs immediately? Probably yes. Yeah, we can see, like, this is pretty much like Final Fantasy V. We can see who can equip stuff, and, yeah. Probably a good idea to have a black mage, white mage, of course. Is it a good idea to have a monk? Like, is monk as strong as monk is in Final Fantasy I? Like, I'm not sure if there's also a benefit, probably, to also level Onion Knight further still. Red Mage is also interesting. I like how, like, depending on what job you take, you have a completely different character. Like White Mage, not Red Mage. Red Mage suddenly has white hair. Like everyone has a different hairstyle and it's completely different. Like Red Mage, I'm not sure like how in depth the jobs are in this. Like if I can learn like specific abilities only with like certain jobs or so. Like I would even imagine that's not the case. But I'm usually a fan for Red Mage. Let's try Red Mage. Although, let me quickly check something. I don't have like some kind of field here that allows me to like assign abilities or so. Yeah, that much I figured. So it's probably like a step down from Final Fantasy V, in a sense that you only have like access to like the skills of the job you actually are, and you cannot like mix and match stuff. I think that's how it goes. I guess you're warrior. Let's be warrior. Let's be super basic here, but warrior should be good, I guess. We got a leather cap, yeah, and a vest. Now also, music is quite the banger right now. A black mage is gonna be Pepper. Knife, double knife? Oh, interesting. Does that have any downsides? I can just go double knife. Like I'm not even a ninja. Like my entire worldview is challenged here. Is that a good idea? I mean, why not? I guess. Cool. Potato, like potato is more like a monk, right? And Chaco. Like if I don't like a job, I can just change it later, I guess. Chaco might be like a bad idea. Accuracy plus 70, okay. But yeah, Nunchaku might be a bad idea because monks, yeah. Like accuracy actually goes down. Do we want to keep the monk barehanded, perhaps? Maybe that's a good idea. Let's fight barehanded for now. I can change to Nunchaku later. And yeah, white mage. Maybe for now red mage is better because red mage also has access to like stronger equipment. Also, bronze bracer would be for my black mage then. Right? Seems about right. Could also go double longsword here. Is that a good idea? Like shields also increase like defense generally. They are not just there for evasion. Let's go for double longsword. Let's see how that works. Maybe there's a penalty for equipping two weapons. I will find out. But right now that doesn't seem too bad. Like attack is like gets a huge attack boost. I'm not sure how monk like behaves here. We will figure out. Yeah, formation I could put people in the back row, but I don't think I want to do that. Also, do you have access to magic now? Learn. That's a good question right now. If I use learn, do I like lose this? I'm gonna assume it's an item. Yeah, sleep is actually an item. Wild. So I like collect magic by just picking it up and then I teach it. Okay. Like it's not like I get this spell and like it's generally available to all characters. But yeah, sure, you can get sleep, I guess. Can I also sort stuff? Item description? That's not item description. Okay, that's just that. A head made of leather. That's also handy to have. Like anything, I can just scroll. Like if I press any button here, now we don't have auto sort. Okay, too bad. Let's save. Our classic save sound. That's good. Also, one thing I like here, of course, also finger cursor. I'm always a big fan of the finger cursor. I'm a little bit sad that they do not use the finger cursor here anymore. Like that should be like a thing that is in all Final Fantasy games. I don't know, it's just very iconic if you ask me. Like they like abandoned it with Final Fantasy 15, or was it already not present in Final Fantasy 30? Could actually be that it was not present in Final Fantasy 13. But I would like to see the return of the finger cursor here. Like it's just one of those little Final Fantasy things I like. But yeah, cool. Let's head to the village here, I guess. Why, if it isn't you four rascals, where are you running off to? Like I'm actually a grown-up now, like based on my sprite at least, kind of. What's that, saving the world? Aren't you getting a bit old for make-believe? The wellspring water from the sanctuary can restore the health of those who have received the light of the crystal, even from the brink of death. Okay? Or maybe that's... No, I was gonna say maybe that's why like my members were revived like by the crystal, but that was already the case with the spring itself. If you want to use an item, just select it from the list when it appears. Why not use a potion on me to try it out? Okay. So I can use items on like certain objects or so. Is that a good idea? Do I get the potion back? By gum, that cured my aching back. Thank you, youngsters. Here, take this with my regards. Echo herbs, okay. The elders await you inside. It seems that Dan sensed what befell you all. He always did have a strong connection with the spirit world. Okay, anything else if you want to use an item, blah blah blah. Can I just like get echo herbs here? Yeah, I can just farm echo herbs there. Okay, interesting. Is that a good deal? This seems like an inn or so. Are you heading out on a journey? Well, you should rest up first. And don't worry about payment. Tonight's on you. Okay, on us. Don't worry about payment. Tonight's on you. Potion. Yeah. Okay. Look at pots and stuff. Classic Final Fantasy. Wait, don't tell me. I bet I can guess your specialties. Hang on. Warrior, Black Mage, Monk, and Red Mage. How'd I do? Okay. ZZZ. Okay. ZZZ. Actually sleeping people here. What can I do for you? Okay, you can buy stuff here. 50 for potion. I think we want some potions to begin with. Wait a second, why? Do I receive a discount the more I buy? Because that doesn't add up. Okay, interesting. There's like some weird discount system in this. Yeah. 65 only from the fourth on. And then even less, right? Now 76? What? Like, how does that make sense? Like, I receive weird discounts here, guys. Interesting, not sure what's like that about. I'm not sure if I even encounter those statuses. This is just for sleeping now. Oh, we have a piano here. Final Fantasy V? Question mark. Hey, you look like you can play the piano. Give us a tune. Okay, that might be relevant. A big old boulder is blocking the valley, so I can't get back to come on. Nothing left but to drink away my worries. Okay. A seasoned traveler always keeps a few antidotes and eye drops on hand. I got echo herbs, does that count too? One thing I'm noticing, we have a bunch of sprites here that I recognize from Final Fantasy V. I'm wondering if those already looked like that in like the original NES version. I wonder. Found potion. Are there hidden pathways here also? That's also something to look out for. Can I talk to you? I cannot talk to you? Okay. Oh, I'm a dancer, can't you tell? Wanna see me dance? Oh, it's one of those. Okay. I recall this music, but I do not associate that with Final Fantasy III. Okay. Oh, I'm okay. Nope. Doesn't say anything. Piano. Play the piano. Yeah? That wasn't quite for Elise, but okay. How do you like my routine? Meow, meow, nice. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna assume this will be relevant. There must be, like in Final Fantasy V, that is relevant for the Bard job in order to obtain the last song for the Bard job. Makes me wonder whether or not there's a Bard job or something similar in this game. There will probably be a reason for that, or maybe it's just for fun, could also be. Who knows, guys, who knows? Who are you? Hidden? I am picking flowers. Okay. Potion. Okay, you can also find stuff like on the road. Good to know. Did I already talk to you here? King Sasune's castle lies to the west. He rules the region surrounded by the Pameni Mountains, including this village. Okay. Wellspring, I already did talk to you. I didn't talk to you though. When the great earthquake hit, the crystal altar sank deep underground. Oh, this world is destined for ruin. You should never leave home without a spell of cure. I saw one in the shed deeper in this thicket, okay? Careful though, there are monsters along the path. Really? Like, can we, like, are there, like, specific zones here, like, with encounters? Yeah, okay, apparently so. Maybe that's just, like a fixed encounter, could also be it. But that was good damage, actually, 3 hits. Yeah, that seems pretty good. I get the feeling that Monk might actually be better off without weapon. I will try the Nunchaku at some point, though. See that candle furthest to the right? It's actually the switch for a hidden door. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, this one. Okay. Oh, ooh, interesting. Ooh, is that a thing, like, once again, is that a thing Pixel Remaster adds, that you just can see the ray like that? Normally you need, like, Thief and for, like, seeing hidden pathways and stuff. But it could actually be that this is, like, one thing Pixel Remaster adds. Antidote. Antidote. It's a little bit sad that the exclamation mark icon here does not disappear once you pick up an item from a pod. Or, like, from any other location. Because that could be a little bit confusing. I guess this is where we find the cure spell. Leather armor, that's for the warrior. Dagger should be better than knife. Cure, of course, longsword again, and leather armor. Leather armor for you. No, that will happen a lot, I can already tell. Okay, you get the dagger. I also didn't equip you properly. Vest and leather cap. You can also get leather armor, but I think, nah, you get the leather armor. Also, let's try the Nunchaku. Maybe we will encounter the goblins outside again. Which might be a good opportunity to test out my damage. Okay. Maybe you can also just provoke it. Okay, preemptive strike. I think previously the monk did deal 48 damage, and now just 40, and it was also 1 hit less. I'm gonna assume we want to go without weapon. Like a classic Final Fantasy. Monk without weapon. Optimal not remove. Item here, yes, potion. One thing to note is also that I cannot turn like on the spot when there's like a tile I can move on. For example, I cannot like just face left or right now because like character always moves to that tile. Like that's a little bit confusing because like parallel with this I'm playing Pokemon White, where that is possible actually. That you can actually turn on the spot without having to move the tile. Currently our red mage deals the less damage, surprisingly. Like if even the black mage deals more physical damage, then you know that you're not like a physical attacker. Okay, weapons. That's a nice effect. Whoa, let me see that effect again. Whoosh. That's actually pretty cool. I'm kind of surprised that the red mage cannot get to the longsword. Also cool animation here, whoop, for the warrior. Wooey, wooey, wooey. Stealth is better, okay. Attack 3. Okay. Actually, that might not reflect. Oh, I think the like arrow up icon here might not actually reflect how like the attack values and such behave. It could actually be that it is just reacting to the accuracy. Actually, not. Why is that like considered better for the red mage? Like, is there's some kind of trick I don't know about? Could actually be the case. It's supposedly better, so let's equip it then. Also, we could get no, we don't need another dagger if we de-equip it from the other one. Okay, we can also just equip from the screen here. That's also pretty cool. But yeah, you get the staff now. Yeah, it's actually worse. But there must be some other thing, like, related to it that makes it better. Like, dagger right now is also better. Okay, let's buy another 2 daggers and let's equip 2 to our black mage, and you get your dagger back when I see what the staff does. What can I do for you? Leather shield. Leather armor. Like, everyone can equip leather armor. Could it actually be that... I was gonna say, could it be that equipment is not actually job-based, but apparently it is, because otherwise everyone could equip bronze bracers. I mean, it's pretty inexpensive, so why not, I guess. Leather armor, and 1 bronze bracers for you. Okay, and magic. What do we have here? What can I do for you? Persona, okay. Removes poison, yeah. I can buy multiple ones. I also get like a discount here as well. Like 80 and then 95. Why is that like 80 and then 95? That's so weird. And then 95 again. Like, how does buying work in this? Like, that's super interesting, okay. I don't think I need Persona right now. Like, depends on how many, like, poison enemies we encounter, I guess. To the south of this town of, no, to the south is the town of Kazus. But no one ventures out that far since the Great Earthquake. And word has it that the road is overrun with monsters. Okay. But yeah, we're supposed to meet the Elder here. Or the Elders. There are multiple Elders, apparently. Yes, the spirits have told me exactly what befell you. Now go speak with Elder Topapa. I believe he has some words of wisdom for you. Okay. I guess you are Elder Topapa? It's Topapa, the Elder who raised the 4 orphans. Okay, like some weird introduction. Topapa, we... I know. To think that you 4 would be chosen by the light. Onion, pepper, potato, and cucumber. You must understand that such a meeting was no mere chance. The crystal willed you to it, such is its power. Your souls have been touched by light. You cannot let the strength you've been granted go to waste. You must depart at once and see the way of the powers of darkness. Okay, yeah, like I said, the story is like as straightforward as you can imagine it. Like, you are the heroes now, go, defeat the evil. Okay. It's Nina, a motherly figure to the 4 orphans. Okay. Oh, we actually do get names there, I'm actually just recognizing that. But we don't get names for the Onion Knights or the Crystal, okay? Take care on your journey, you know how I worry so. And who's this? It's Hamak, one of the town's elders. Okay. In order to understand the power you've been granted by the crystal, you need to be true to your heart. Okay. Safe travels, my children. Okay. Like, not even a location, just go out and defeat evil. Okay, this is heating water. Why is there heating water there if I have the opportunity to sleep at an inn? That seems like a waste of money. Also, this is different. What is this? Ah, okay. There's a there's a difference between water and other water. like so I did not like read that wrong. Like, there's water that only heals and there's water that revives. Like, at least as much as I can like get from this information here, like presented. That's actually pretty nice. Like, this like sideways going is uncanny, I must say. Very uncanny, if you ask me. Yeah, cool. I think we're finished here with this city, with this town. It's a little bit too small to be a city. So let's save and venture out into the world, I guess. Like someone mentioned south, so let's go south, I guess. We already found something. We didn't even get an encounter. Kazus. Okay. Fire. It's a campfire. Eek! It looks like as if he's dancing. Oh, sorry, I thought you might be ghosts, too. While traveling from the west, I came upon this accursed town. I'd stay away from this inn if I were you. It's full of ghosts! Okay. Anything else to say? No? Okay. Just the same stuff again. Okay, I'm gonna assume we don't get the opportunity to buy stuff here. The Jinn's curse turned all the villagers into this! Okay, we need to find a Jinn. Interesting, okay. Jinn's curse turned everyone into ghosts, okay. I'm gonna assume I cannot do anything here right now. The only thing I can get from this is getting the information that I need to, like, oh, look at those guys. Only a mithril ring made here in Kazus can contain the Jinn's power. That is why the Jinn cursed this town, okay? Sid's the name! Ah, we found Sid, guys. This is not the first Sid, like, Sid was already mentioned. I'm not sure if Sid was mentioned in the very first Final Fantasy on NES, but, like, Sid... like was mentioned later in later re-releases of Final Fantasy 1. I think Final Fantasy 2 had a Sid, right? So this is the second Sid chronologically, kind of. I'm from Canaan, but a boulder in Nelf Valley is blocking my way home. Now I'm stuck here. Figured I'd spend the night at the inn, and then this happened. What's my wife gonna say? Say, wanna take my airship for a spin? It's parked in the desert to the west of town. In return, think you can do something about this here predicament? You learned where to find Sid's airship. It's in the desert to the west. Probably also something that you not get like another notice for, like in the original. Like that's actually fun. Like I like speculating in that regard. Like what it was already like the case in the NES version and what is added here as like quality of life. Also, their sprite looks super weird when they are like facing sideways. The Jinn had been trapped in the sealed cavern since the Great Earthquake, but now he's awakened. I think that might actually be the thing that I called the Dark Elf in the beginning, like that's what I recall as like being the Dark Elf, kind of. And I think that's like as far as I went, like when I was playing the DS version back in the day. All I want is to have my beautiful complexion back. The townsfolk made a mithril ring for Princess Sarah of Castle Sasune once. Okay, okay, I get the Final Fantasy 1 references here. Also with the airship in the desert. If only we could borrow it. I wonder, do I have some kind of quest log or so that was added here in the Pixel Remaster? Rest? I can just sleep here, like paying for it is completely useless. The party's well rested, okay. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, I like that you can interact with like every fire in the world here, kind of. At least so far, now. That is kind of funny. Can I examine that now? Okay, what do we have here? More buildings. That seems like Sid's like how more so, but like Sid is not from here. Ow, 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 ow. That is funny. Like, did I already go here? I think not. Like another healing spring. Like, does every city have a healing spring here? Oh, that's for KO members. Okay, I get it. I was gonna say, why is there a healing spring if there's like a free bed here in town? But okay, what is this? Mithril mines, okay. Do I want to go here or is that too dangerous? Cannot interact here. Maybe I need the ring for that. But apparently I cannot do something here right now. Shadow! My name is Shadow the Hedgehog. I'm the world's ultimate life form. Oh, damage. I get the feeling I'm not supposed to be here. Also, stuff does suck a little bit. I'm not gonna assume that I can sleep those guys. Potion. I hope we're fast enough. Nope. Okay, miss, thank you. Okay, potion on Pepper is good though. It's also good to know that we have like dead character redirection in this game. Okay, I should get out of here as soon as possible. Yeah, this is also a thing that the old Final Fantasies are known for. They do not prevent you from stepping into nasty territory early on. So this is for later. I get the feeling this will happen more often as well. Let me check something out. If I go to bed now, my dead party member Onion will not revive, right? I guess that's how it is. Otherwise, the like revival spring would be pointless. And yeah, you stay dead. You're still dead. Like bets in this game were not like as developed as they are in later games. So we need to do this. Like, part of me could also believe that this spring in the original was actually a church, and they just decided to remove the church. Also, I'm not checking... okay, revivals with 1 HP, good to know. That might also be the case for Phoenix Stones, that they only revive for 1 HP. I think they did so in Final Fantasy 1 or Final Fantasy 2, like one of the two. In any case, I'm not assuming that Phoenix Stones will heal for a lot. Like, that's what I'm not gonna assume. But yeah, we basically have like 2 things to do now. We need to find the airship, we need to find the Djinn, and we also need to find the Mithril Ring. We probably need to find the Mithril Ring before we find the Djinn, because the ring was used to like what's it called? Bind it onto it or so, like banish it. It was like used to banish it or so. So we might want to find the ring before we find the Djinn. But yeah, I guess that's it for the like opening episode of this. So far I'm liking what I'm seeing and I'm playing. Like I said, I'm expecting a very classic Final Fantasy experience from this, and I'm also very happy that I finally like go after this and finally play Final Fantasy III. Because, like I said, that is a knowledge gap in the Final Fantasy franchise that I have that I want to get rid of. And yeah, with this I'm probably on a good way. But yeah, so far I'm really liking what I'm seeing. Like I said, like the graphics look pretty nice, the music is also pretty cool. Like that's also like a plus point for the Pixel remasters. Like I might also have like this, like more positive bias towards the Pixel remaster right now because I'm playing the, like the Final Fantasy game out of the Pixel remasters that never received like this like 16-bit makeup before. Like Final Fantasy, like if I would play like Pixel remaster of Final Fantasy VI, for example, I might be more critical of the graphics, for example, because like that's one thing like the Pixel remasters do that is arguably a little bit strange, but like the fact that they like did new sprites for a lot of things. Which is very noticeable, of course, in Final Fantasy VI and V that already had like pretty, like super okay and pretty beautiful sprite art to begin with. So it's a bit weird when it comes to the Pixel remasters why they decided to like make new sprites for everything, kind of. But like having this right now where like everything is actually new, it's like there's no grain of salt in that. That's just looking good then. But like the graphic changes for Final Fantasy V and VI in particular are a little bit confusing. I'm not going to say that it looks bad, absolutely not, but it's just a very weird decision. Like it's like on the same level as like with Sonic, what Sega did with Sonic Generations, where they did retranslate the entire script for whatever reason, but without any benefit at all, because it's so inconsequential. Like, and like the pixel remaster graphics look good, so does the old pixel graphics of the old sprite art of Final Fantasy V and VI and like the other ones before that. I mean, I see the argument for like the NES games, because that's a step up, but even then, like Final Fantasy 2 and 1 already received like proper 16-bit makeups, so yeah. It's a little bit weird, but that's also something I quickly wanted to mention. I'm liking what I'm seeing here, and I'm looking forward to more of it. Alright guys, thank you all for watching, I really hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next episode of Final Fantasy III. Until then, take care and goodbye.